want to give you a little diagram of Apache. This is not something that you have to memorize for your test, but you have to know how these components are put together. So these are just kind of high-level diagrams of how things work with each one of the major vendors out there. So for Apache, it intercepts the HTTP protocol, and it bases all of its actions on RFC 14.13. And it goes through and picks up the main, the HTTP config, and the request, formats that, and pulls it back along with the HTTP core, and it rolls all that data back to the client. Each one of these little pieces in here, notice it says http_protocol.c. That particular piece of code and programming can be protected individually. And in a lot of cases, hardened web servers, like something using security enhanced Linux, will actually make it so that only these particular other C programs can speak to that C program. And we can set very narrow permissions there on whether you're allowed to run that particular protocol or interact with that particular program and what other programs it can interact with. Armored servers will limit your access to these particular files and your ability to corrupt them. SharePoint. If I had to tell you, if somebody said to me, Dean, I need some career advice, I want to be a web server hacker, I would say learn everything you can about Microsoft's IIS and about Microsoft's SharePoint. Because SharePoint is a really fancy web server. And SharePoint is being proliferated out among all sorts of different organizations at the highest level. The Fortune 1000, the Global 50, all have SharePoint. So if you can know how this is all connected together and how they do their administration and how they do their weaknesses there, I think that you could have a lot of job security in going and doing penetration tests on this. So I'm not going to get into each one of the details here, but I would look at SharePoint as a bolt-on to IIS, an excellent tool for you to investigate.